massive action, 24/7 hustling, sleep when you die. Just some of the phrases I've heard that make me shudder. In the entrepreneurial space, the dominant attitude is usually some theme or variation of work yourself to the bone and it'll all come together eventually as long as you work hard enough. So many of us see the Gary Vaynerchuks of the world and think that we need to work 18 hours a day in order to be successful. Now, this is in no way hating on Gary Vee because he has his own style, that's super cool, but I'm saying is there's a different style if that doesn't quite mesh well with you. The problem is that people see him or other people like him and assume that that's the only way to be successful, that there is one way and that's it. Work, 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 work. If they work hard enough, they put in enough hours, if they just live like a hermit and work, 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 ignore their friends and family for the first couple of years, then at some point work will just magically stop taking over their life and they'll be able to relax. I'm calling BS. Now let's talk about this for a minute, because there's this belief that when we achieve a certain level of success or money or whatever, that suddenly there will only be 2 hours a day of work. But if we're realistic about that, and I hate the word realistic as much as the next person, but bear with me. If we're real about that, that's not how it works, and we can easily see that. Because when you're earning 10 times more money or more, chances are you're going to have a lot more balls in the air. For example, maybe right now all you have is a blog to work on, and maybe you're working on your first course or getting your first clients. But later, then you might have a blog and a podcast and a coaching program, a group coaching program, a podcast, affiliate launches, and God knows what else. All the things. And sure, you might argue that you'll be able to delegate more, you'll have more money to hire help, or that you'll have passive income. The problem at that point isn't going to be money. It'll be the fear of relinquishing control over the empire you've worked so hard to build. And worrying that it'll stop working if you do. Newsflash! You'll never just wake up one day and realize that you have nothing to do. You've just got the day off, unless you make the conscious decision. There will always be things to do. That to-do list is never going to run out. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. So how are all these 6- and 7-figure flashy entrepreneurs only working a few hours a day and still bringing in the bacon? They're doing 3 things. And guess what? If you start doing these things now, that lifestyle business you're working your tushy off for is going to happen a lot faster than you think. Number 1, make a decision to work less. Some people love working 12 to 18-hour days. If it floats your boat and it's not burning you out, who am I to tell you how to do things, right? But if you're working those long hours simply because you think you have to, then I have really good news for you. You don't have to. If you have a family or, a life outside of your business, the chances are you're going to want to feel a bit of freedom from around your work. We entrepreneurs love to brag about our freedom to work whenever and wherever, but the harsh truth is that most entrepreneurs panic at the thought of taking a week off, which is ridiculous, because isn't that one of the reasons we started our business? To have time freedom? Bottom line, if your dream life involves doing less work than you're doing now, you have to make the decision now to start lightening your workload. Don't wait for it to magically happen, because it never will. Number 2, learn the skill of delegating. And it is a skill, trust me. There are 3 main reasons why people are scared to the core to delegate. Number 1, fear that they can't afford it. Number 2, belief that nobody can do it better than them. And 3, a fear of losing control. And all 3 of them are just limiting beliefs that will hold you down and keep your business small until you finally work through them. And hey, no judgment from me. I've totally been there in all 3 of these fears, and sometimes they feel so real, especially the money one. And we can discuss all day long how true it is, how much money you have in your account. But what matters is, if you want a different result in your business, you have to do something different now. And if working your patootie off all day in your business isn't getting the results that you want, then it's time to think about getting help with some of the tasks that you hate doing anyway. Now, you don't have to outsource everything, especially not all at once. Start with the one task that really bugs you, that bugs the crap out of you, that you dread, that you put off every time you have to do it. The one task that always keeps getting pushed down the to-do list. And also, it doesn't necessarily have to be in your business. It can be at home. The first thing that I outsourced was cleaning my house. Da, 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 da. Because we live in an apartment, we only need someone for a couple of hours a week. Yay! Even if you live in a larger house, just having someone clean up the main area can already go a long way and free up a lot of your time, which you can then make more money in your business. Cha-ching! Number 3, take inspired action over massive action. This could practically be the name of my business because I believe in it so much, because there's a huge difference between the two. When you're taking massive action, you're just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. You're running on the hamster wheel that is your to-do list. You're bummed out at the end of the day because there's still so much to do. And it's really hard to shut down work mode because you feel guilty that all of the stuff that didn't get done, you feel like you just need to keep taking action and your business is gonna stop if you stop. With massive action, so many people will fiddle on for hours the same graphic, the same, piddly little task that doesn't really matter that much, or spend way too much time tweaking their website, all while ignoring the goal to create and launch a new online course by the end of the month or get new clients. I shouldn't have to say this, but I'm going to. Just because you're busy 12 hours a day does not mean you're making progress. So what is inspired action anyway? Inspired action is that smack in the face of inspiration, like, oh my God, I'm a genius. This is the best idea ever. I have to do this right now, because you're so excited. Have you ever noticed that when you follow that gut feeling, things feel easy and light and fun? Maybe you've also noticed that those ideas tend to come at random moments, like when you're in the shower or when you're driving. These ideas can only come to you when you stop focusing so freaking hard on what you're doing. When your brain is pointed so hard in one direction, you're not open to other inspiration. So think about it. When was the last time you were struck with inspiration while you were in a bad mood or knee-deep in busy work? I'm guessing never. If you really think about what inspiration is, it's the universe feeding you the next steps to lead you where you want to be. But since most of us never bother to listen to those impulses, we end up taking the long way. I always imagine it like this because my 4-year-old's obsessed with race cars. You're on a racetrack, you're going 300 miles per hour. I don't know if that's the speed that race cars go or not, but I'm just gonna say 300 miles per hour. The universe is standing on the side of the track, holding a huge flag, trying to point you down a shortcut. I know you're not allowed to take shortcuts on racetracks. You're too focused on what you're doing. You've got your blinders on, you're only seeing the track that's in front of you. And so the universe is over on the side trying to show you an easier way, a shortcut to get you where you want to go, but you've got your blinders on, so you drive right by it. And the universe is there like, she did it again. So it'll try to offer you another shortcut down the road, but you're gonna miss it again if you keep those blinders on and you don't let your brain just relax. If you feel like the way that you're currently working in your business is the only way, the only path to success, no matter how crappy it is, then you're pinching yourself off from the flow and you're taking the long way big time. By taking more time to unplug and feel good, you're allowing more inspiration to hit. And therefore you're acting on inspiration rather than just feeling the need to do something. Now, if you're the type who genuinely loves long work days, go for it. Take massive inspired action and have at it. Take frequent breaks so that you're performing at your best on a consistent basis. And if you ever feel like you're under the gun or like you're hitting a wall, that's when you need to step back and take a break and let your brain rest a little bit so that you can go back more powerful than ever. So ready to take the next step to work from inspiration rather than obligation? Check that button right there in this post to check out #AlignedAF. I can't say it because I'm not allowed here, but click on it, check it out. This mini course is going to teach you how to get aligned, because what happens when you're in alignment? All the things, all of the stuff that you want, that you've been working your tushy off for, are going to start pouring into your life with more ease and flow than you ever thought possible. So click that button and get the course for $1, and I will see you on the inside.